beginner accounts, and they're taking a bet on somebody that does not have any credit, and you're not using personal guarantees. So they don't know, come day 30, if it's a 30-day term that you have to pay them back, come day 31, they don't know if you're ever going to pay them. So they're going to put a stop to it as quick as possible to make sure their friends know not to lend to you. Now, like I said, Equifax has a small business Equifax and experienced small business. They have some, they're working and really trying to catch up to Dun & Bradstreet. But Dun & Bradstreet still runs the show. Walmart. We just talked about Walmart. Walmart has 60,000 different supplier accounts. These are business to business. These are financial accounts. And that's a lot of products. That is a substantial amount of products. Just local Walmarts have anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 local accounts. It's crazy how much stuff they put through. So you can actually go out, and this is something that's different than any other business. You can go check a business's credit score. Like if I were to go check CJ's credit without him knowing that I was checking it.
You can do it.
Could I? No, your personal credit.
Oh, okay.
No.
Could I? I could actually end up in jail for that. Like that's a serious offense.
Yeah.
If you're willing to pay for it, you can check any business you want. So we want to pull, just a basic. Now the whole report is super, super long, but this is just a brief overview through Experian. So Walmart has their address, where they're located, their main office. It says they have a score, profile, yes, and of course you can get more information if you want. This is how many accounts are actually showing up. Out of those 60,000 accounts, how many accounts would you say show up on the report? Once I have a vote for half. Any other guesses?
30,000.
All of them?
30,000.
30,000? All of them? 513. That blew my mind. I was like trying to pick it off the ground. I was like, oh, so Experian just is like really far behind in the game. But no, that's how many Dun & Bradstreet has. They have 513 accounts through Dun & Bradstreet as well. But the question came down to why?
Why 500?
Why is nobody reporting on here? Because that'd be, say I had 100 credit cards and only 3 of those credit cards show up on my report. That's unheard of in the personal side, but it's the norm for business credits. This is why, because this is a company down in Tucson. This little couple makes cooler pads. They've been in business for over 60 years, and these are the companies that are suppliers. I was a handyman. I would go on a handshake and knowing that I'm in the community. They'd give me what I needed to go service some pads or service some coolers, and then I'd come back and pay them. If I didn't come back and pay them, they're not going to ever do business with me again, and plus they're going to spread the word to not do business with me. That's the basics of credit. And so all these these are all a bunch of little mom and pop shops. These are even established businesses. These are not necessarily small businesses, but if you're already spending all this money to try to grow your business, and now Dun & Bradstreet wants you to spend money to actually report, because that's what it is. They charge people to report to them. That's why nobody does it. We just figure everybody out there looks like this, but it's little mom and pop places, it's little startup businesses. We got 20 employees. For you to actually report to Dun & Bradstreet, you need to have 300 active credit accounts. You need to have Dun & Bradstreet integrate with your QuickBooks. They need to have access to those. There needs to be reports, and you also need to pay them about $2,000 a year just to report. Doesn't that sound like you want to do it? No, it doesn't. And that's why most people don't do it unless they're a really big company. Because bigger companies have incentives to actually do it. And so this is the other problem with the reporting. Most don't report positive, but it's very easy and free for them to report negative. So all creditors are going to check. 70 to 80% of them are going to report negatives, and only about 7% are going to report positive. That's the problem. And especially when we talk about vendor credit, because this vendor credit is the very first round. We're covering 4 rounds of applying for credit. So this is the first quarter of the game. there's actually only 3% of all companies that will give you beginner credit report. That's it. Only 3% of them will actually report. So this is a company that's big enough to report, but also willing to open up a line of credit with, say, Karen, who has no credit history. That's kind of like that happy medium. So they're big enough to report, but they're willing to take a bet on somebody small. Who's heard of Uline?
Heard of Uline.
Okay, so Uline, it's shipping materials, it's packaging, it's boxes. They're one of those companies. They're big enough to be able to offset losses by taking a gamble on the small guy. So, you know, like Uline would be one of those companies. They're a vendor. What that basically is they usually extend what's called a net 30 account. Who knows what a net 30 account is?
30 days to pay it.
30 days to pay. It could be a net 15, it could be a net 60, it could be a net 55. All that means is you can come to my store today, I'll extend you a line of credit.
For that amount.
Within 30 days, you have to pay me back. And so these are the beginner accounts. They're little interest-free, most of the time they're interest-free credit accounts. And that's how it starts growing. You need to get 5 of these. You need to get 5 of those little beginner accounts to take a bet on you. Order a product, pay them. 22 days. That is the ideal time to pay a net 30 account. Now, there's some companies that don't even want you to pay the same month. And, you know, some have price requirements. Some only report if you've reached a minimum of $50 of a purchase. And if that shipment gets broken up into 2 different purchases, they won't. There's all these different little like regulations and requirements. So it's very important to understand who out there actually reports. You know, there's some other companies, there's like Quill. We have a whole list, we track it. That's kind of one of our specialties is we track this stuff. Next, after you finish that and you get 5 accounts, you're gonna have to check your credit report too. Your business credit report, make sure you're done in Bradstreet, it's getting reported to. Next, we're starting the second round. Second of 4 rounds. We're moving on to store credit. So now we can go to Amazon, we can go to Best Buy, we can go to Walmart, we can go to Staples. Actually, is there stuff that you could find at Best Buy that would be beneficial for your business? You know, maybe a computer, TV screen, something like that.
Washer, dryer.
Yeah, washer, dryer.
Ink.
Ink. It could be beneficial, but they don't even report. Best Buy's huge, and you'd be like, oh, well, Best Buy reports. No, they don't even report.
They check your report.
They'll check, oh yeah, of course, they'll check your report. And they'll extend you you could get $30,000 lines of credit with them, but they don't even report that. They don't even report a $30,000 line of credit. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. But Staples reports, Walmart reports, Amazon reports.
Question.
Yes.
So if you're trying to build your credit and you're paying on time, but most of these companies don't report, that doesn't play effect on your score?
Well, so the thing is, we want to, there's always companies that you can work with, they're just not necessarily going to report. As we build our business credit, we want to get actually a total of 14 accounts. That's our goal, to get 14 accounts reporting on a report. And so, as you go through and buy things you need for your business, it's best to work with the businesses that are going to actually help build your business credit. Now, it's always great when you get other funds, but our goal of starting with these small net 30 days, moving to store credit, and then you move to fleet credit. These are gas cards. These are cards for maintenance of vehicles, and even starting to work towards vehicle financing. That's what's really cool, working towards vehicle financing. So as we're progressing through this process, we found 5 beginner accounts, we found 5 store cards, now we're doing 5 fleet cards, and we start moving through this process of acquiring these different accounts. The fleet cards are most likely going to be in a card. You can get gas with them. There's some huge gas cards out there. I mean, they might give you $15,000 for gas, but it's not a personal card. Businesses. Now, if you have a fleet of vehicles, trucks, yeah, of course, you can use that. So it's also, many of these lines come with high limits, so you also want to be careful not to overextend yourself, because you'll get a lot of money really quick. Got to make sure your bills always get paid. But The goal is to get here. This is the 4th stage. We went through these first 3 rounds to get to cash credit. When you have 14 accounts reporting in the positive fashion on your business credit reports, that's when we can start accessing cash lines of credit. This is where we all want to be. We want to get the MasterCards, the Visas, the business lines. It first starts by going back to Amazon. They gave us a net 55 account for $7 grand. We now go back and say, hey, can we get a review of the account? They see that we've grown the business credit, then they slap a Visa logo on it. That once we start to turn these first accounts, we go to Costco, have them do it. Sam's Club, have them do it. And as we go through and have all these net 30, net 55 accounts start converting to Visa accounts, and this is all done without having social security numbers. Without having social security numbers in place.
Are they gonna ask for that?
They will. You bring up a good point, because they, even round 2, even maybe in the beginning, they're gonna ask for your social security number. They're going to. It's just standard practice. But you don't have to give it to them. You can give them your EIN number instead. In many applications like Home Depot, when you're dealing with Home Depot, you can't actually fill out an application online because they won't let you submit that form without using your social. So you actually have to go in, and we give you the whole process. You know, there's other companies that are owned that, you know, there's like little sub companies that Home Depot owns. The very first week you do this, we could get you, you know, $1,200 at Home Depot. That can come in handy, $1,800 at Home Depot, because it's like, you know, like, so I have like a, I'm sure I have one in here. I have one in here somewhere. Use it all the time. Okay, so this is like a Home Depot Pro Purchase card. Okay, it's for one of our companies. Did you ever get yours?
You said you had one for me.
You said you had one for me.
It is. Oh,
That's it?
Yeah.
hopefully CJ's camera's not good enough to pick that number up. No, but this comes from.
Yeah, it's zoomed out.
I did not go to Home Depot directly to get this. What I did is go to a company called Barnett, who is owned
By
Home Depot. And then I work out a deal with them, and they had certain requirements, you know, and then, but I was able to access Home Depot through them. And then now, within the first week, I have $1,800 line of credit at Home Depot. Within 1 week, without ever having to put my social security number down. And that can definitely come in handy. You know, it came in handy on this condo. We're like, we're kind of out of money. We have 2 projects going and we're at the end, but we need appliances. Boom. Open up a line of credit, no credit check, boom. Throw appliances in the house. Perfect. So, that's what's really cool. How are we doing on time? All right.
We're gonna skip the walkthrough. Bring me.
Okay, cool. So this is a great company out of LaPorte, Texas. We'll just run through what they said. They went to their bank to get a business line of credit, and they turned them down. They got started with financial advisors along with the Business Credit Builder program to set up their business credibility and built their business credit. After following the steps, they've now secured over $96,000 in business credit cards. Just applied for the Platinum American Express. They got approved instantly with no limit. Now they have 4 to 5 different companies calling them each and every day, trying to give them money, and that's a really good problem to have. It's different for business. When you max out or you get a bunch of credit cards on your personal side, there's a limit to that. They start pulling back. Business cards always want to be the top. So if somebody gave you $40,000, they'll want to give you $50,000 because they want to be the card that you use. This company helps businesses get out of situations by building business credit and paying off their IRS debt. Fantastic options. Now, you might be asking, will this work for you? And yes, it will if you do the work, like anything. And so these are just some of the people that we've helped. Just, you know, once you start getting lines of credit, feel free to share it on Facebook, Instagram. $17,000.
You helped over 60 people in the last year.
$4,000 at Amazon. I mean, there's, look, $50,000 in line of credit. So if you have a trucking company, Pilot Flying J can come in handy. Maybe you just need a printer, a coffee machine, you know? There's all sorts of things, just some gas cards. But this is where we want to go. We start getting American Expresses with like $9,000 or $20,000 American Express. That's where we want to get. Because then you can just use everywhere. $50,000 business line of
Everywhere.
credit. Just all sorts of stuff. You get a lot. Don't bite off more than you can chew. That's the goal. Don't bite off more than you can chew. All right. So I want to thank you all for letting me share with you today. But to finish off tonight, I'm going to bring back to the stage Ninja Warrior Master,
Ninja
Mr.
Warrior
Joseph
Master.
Smith.
Hi-ya.
Come on up, Mr. Joseph Smith.
Oh my.
Awesome. Great job. Isn't Ray awesome?
Yes.
I love working with
Yes,
Ray
he
because
is.
he's such a man of integrity. Him and his wife Jane have been such a blessing for Emily and I to work with. When you have people who do what they say they're going to do, and when they say they're going to do it, those are the kind of people you want to work with because he has legitimacy, he has credibility, which is why he's the perfect person to teach and train about credibility and legitimacy. Yes.
I have a quick question about Ray's presentation. Does, when they check for your business credit, do they look at social media at all? And your name?
That's
They
beautiful.
can,
Isn't it?
yes. They'll look at websites, they'll do Google searches. And so, very important, you bring up a really good point. Whatever you're representing online, make sure it's the company, the type of business you say you're in. Because if you're in real estate, but you're like, oh, they don't like real estate. I'm in a marketing consulting business, but everything they see, it's like, invest this, cash
That's
this.
good.
Then they're like, oh.
Yes.
All right,
Answer's
sorry.
yes.
okay, so,
That's a long way to say yes. Good job, Ray.
Yes. Always.
I tell you, he can always take 4 steps and turn it into 7.
Yes.
That's how he condenses it down for us.
Just so much info.
I know, and you have such a passion for it. That's why I like
I
working.
love it.
Okay, folks, this is the Business Credit Builder. We usually do a walkthrough when we actually go over 4 steps, but when we do it in 7 steps, we're going to cut this out today. But here's what's great. So 7 steps, boom, 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 boom. We've broken down how to build your business credit. We actually have an online web-based software that takes you through this. We're partnered with, I don't know, has anybody ever heard some lady out there, her name's Megan Christensen?
Yes.
She owns a little company out there called Credit Suite.
Yes.
Wise Guys and Ties in partnership with Credit Suite. We've invested in this web-based program, but here's the great thing about the partnership. They provide being the financial advisor. They have over 11 years, actually coming up on 12 years, of providing they are financial advisors, helping over 1,000 different entrepreneurs build millions of dollars in lines of credit. Now, that's not totaled up over the 12 years. I mean, I'm talking about literally each entrepreneur building $1 million in lines of credit for their business. Multiple millions of dollars have been raised. Here's the system. So you have everything that you need to know to build business credit. You can do it. Go out on your own. Good luck. I tried it before I started working with Megan on my own. Was unsuccessful after 2 years. I couldn't do it. But finally, I got together with Megan. I know. No, but here's the thing. Good luck finding those starter vendors.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Nope.
Only 3% report. Which 3? Is it always the same 3%? Or does it change? It changes. Oh my goodness. You mean this guy was reporting and now he's not? And some that report monthly, some report quarterly,
That's right.
some report batches. Well, when do you do your batch? Well, whenever we get enough. Well, when's enough? I don't know. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Imagine doing that kind of research and trying to figure out, well, I need this to report because I want to build business credit. So finding the starter vendors. And then what are the requirements? I mean, do I need to make a $50 purchase, a $100 purchase? Some are $200 purchases. They don't tell here. And guess what? If you say, you call up on it, you're speaking to a representative. Hey, look, I'm trying to build business credit. What, you try to ask them questions and they're like, business what? Who? I'm sorry, no speaking English. You know, they don't understand. They do not understand what you're doing. So here's what we've done. In this Business Credit Builder program, we break it down step by step. It's systematic in its approach to building business credit. Along the way, we help you right here in step 1, do everything Ray said. Is your business credible? We're going to check with you business name, address, phone number, email address, fax number, everything that you need. Is it set up right? How does it look across all the board? We work with you. The system keeps track of everything as you go. Getting set up with Dun & Bradstreet. Well, you could go call Dun & Bradstreet. Guess how much they charge to set you up? $800 to $1,200. Okay. You can work with us and we'll just do it for you for free. Do it with you. You'll still do it, but we'll do it with you for free. And we'll teach you how to avoid answering the questions where they report negatively on you before you've even started. Right? Then, round 1, finding all the starter vendors, the underwriting guidelines. How do you get approved? Would you like to know that you're going to get approved before you've even submitted the application? Great, because this system keeps track and it tells you, hey, you will get approved if you apply for this card. Because this system is being updated in real time. Why do you think Ray and I have invested, like almost up to this point, getting close there to $20,000 in this web-based software that keeps track in real time what the underwriting guidelines are? So that when they change what they're doing, because do they change their underwriting guidelines? Mm-hmm. Yes, because do markets fluctuate? Do lenders sometimes lessen the requirements, and then do they constrict them during different times? So this system keeps track of that. So based off of the information that you put in, it's going to spit out to you what you can do. And it's always going to tell you who reports and when. And you keep track of, here, I got to get 5 here, so it keeps track. Who's reporting? Because we have a monitoring system. You can spend $24.99 a month with us, or $300 a month with Dun & Bradstreet, checking your credit. It's up to you. If you go spend that money with those other programs, you can. You just need to manually input the information so that we can have your Paydex score and your IntelliScore, right? We're going to keep track of all that. But with us, we'll monitor that for you in an RSS feed. For those who are technical junkies, it's a real-time data stream from the actual credit monitors straight into this system so that we can give you real-time feedback as to what lines of credit you qualify for today. Now, we also have a $99.99 credit monitoring service, which is a more robust, fuller report. So the $24.99 is Dun & Bradstreet and Experian. $99.99 is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, and CreditSafe. CreditSafe, well, Dun & Bradstreet is international, and so is Experian, all of them to a degree. CreditSafe is the business credit builder for Europe. So any suppliers or any type of products that if your business is going to grow anyway internationally, CreditSafe is another bureau. So the more bureaus that you have reporting your credit, the better. Exactly. You know what? You need to come up here. Here, you come up, finish the rest of this presentation.
No.
I'm just teasing you. So then, once you're monitoring your business credit, because business credit is only built, is it built when you get the line of credit? That starter vendor has just been extended to you. Do you have business credit?
No.
No. You've made a purchase. Now do you have business credit?
Yes.
No.
No.
Until you make the first payment.
I meant
Right.
to say
They
no.
invoice you for that
When they
payment.
report.
Now you have business credit,
When
right?
they-
Because
when
they
they report.
invoiced you.
When they report.
No. You pay the invoice. Now you have business credit, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
They eventually report that you paid your business credit to Dun & Bradstreet or Experian. Now do you have business credit?
Yes.
Yes. So the monitoring service that we have here gives you real time when that happens. Because you don't know, when's it going to happen? Someday my prince will come.
But they
And
don't
someday,
know.
you know, like when are they going to report? People never know. But if you have a monitoring service, you're tracking it and you know.
But they,
All questions need to be submitted in writing, I'm sorry. You didn't make that clear. I want to get through this so we can get everybody out of here, but I'm sticking around until everybody's questions are answered, okay? Now, in round 2, of course, this is where we're building your store credit. Round 6, your fleet credit. Round 7, we're getting you the high limit lines of credit. Imagine getting a credit card for your business with 20,000 line, 30,000 line. How cool is that? In fact, this system, when you follow it, here's the guarantee. This system, when you work with us and with Credit Suite, we guarantee that we're going to get you $50,000 in lines of credit for your business in 6 to 12 months. What did he say? I'll repeat that. We guarantee we're going to get you $50,000 for your business in lines of credit in 6 to 12 months. Now, who here feels like if you had $50,000 in lines of credit for your business that you didn't need to use your social security number to get, could do at least one deal? All right. Who here wants to do at least one deal? All right, perfect. All right, well, that's good. But I mean, it doesn't end there, because after you stop working with the financial advisors, once they get you to your excellent business credit rating and you have your $50,000 in lines of credit, guess what? You then they pass you off to the other team at Credit Suite. This is a great team. They're called the loan officers. The loan officers.
Yes.
What do you think they do?
Those are the big ones.
Do they help you get business loans
Yes.
and other business lines of credit?
Yes.
In fact, once you get to the excellent business credit rating in the first 6 to 12 months, in the next 3 to 6 months after that, they're going to find you an additional $150,000. Because once you have that excellent business credit rating, we'll help you put it to good use. Right? We're going to help you get the money that you need. So now, when you take your 50 that you got building your business credit and you pair it with the new 150 that you can get in loans and lines of credit based off of your business, who here feels like they could do maybe a couple of deals if you had access to $200,000 in lines of credit? This is a critical point if you want to invest in real estate, you want to grow your small business, you need to purchase inventory. When you're starting a business, you need liquidity. But who has it? Well, here's how you get it. Right, the Business Credit Builder is amazing. I don't have time to showcase it right now. But hey, just keep watching CJ's YouTube channel, because we show this thing off every week, don't we? All the time.
Yes, every week.
All right. So, folks,
Twice a week.
we've covered a lot of information tonight, but it doesn't do you any good if you didn't learn anything. So, pop quiz. What's a perfect business credit score? Shout it out.
100.
100 paydex score. You know, if I had 100 grand candy bar, throw that right at you.
I never said.
Okay. Who are the reporting bureaus for business credit? Shout it out.
Bradstreet.
Yes.
Experience.
Yes. Now, I always want to help my business partner. It's Equifax, Small Business, and Business Experian, as well as Credit Safe.
Well, they need to get bigger, so they.
Now, what affects your credit score?
Hang on a second.
Paying on time. In fact, today, this is something worth writing down. This is something I learned in football from my coach. What does it mean to be on time?
Be early.
To be early is to be on time. To be on time means you're late. If this starts at 7 and you come walking through the door at 7, are you on time? No. Think about that in everything in your life. If you showed up early, you will be on time. If you have guests and you want them to come and be here on time and you're waiting for them, you could go pick them up, bring them here. Every guest that you go and pick up and bring here always shows up on time. It's always worked for me that way. Just want to pass that on. But to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to actually be late. And in the world of business and negotiating and finance, to show up late is fatal for your business. All right? So just want to help you guys understand in the world of business credit, be early is to be on time. Now, how long does it take to go from just starting your new business to having an excellent business credit rating? How long does it take?
6 to 12 months.
6 to 12 months. And along with that, $50,000 in lines of credit at a minimum. Because I'm going to tell you, we have worked in the last year with over 60 businesses. And We had a contractor get $87,000, right? We've had a lot of folks, I mean, and
He
again,
did that
that's
in
6 to
like
12 months. He did that in what?
less than 3 months.
Less than 3 months, right? We've had a lot of folks who've been able to utilize this and have a lot of success. I've done a presentation before for you where we just went over all the success stories.
Yes,
I just don't have them all memorized.
that's beautiful. William Fowler. He's a good one.
So, what does all this cost, right? What have you been sitting here for? Well, I'm going to tell you. What does all this cost? The retail price of a business credit builder with Credit Suite, you go to their website. Now, who's Credit Suite again? Who's Credit Suite?
Can you repeat again, please?
Who's Credit Suite?
Who's Credit Suite? It's a
Yeah.
company, the other company.
Right. So if you wanted to purchase
We'll give you
those
150.
financial advisory services along with the loan officers, stay with me, all right? Come on. Credit Suite. When you're working with Credit Suite, they have the financial advisors and the loan officers. You start working with us and Credit Suite, you get the software, the business credit building software. On their website, retails for $4,997. And you know what? We offer it at the same price too, because we're in partnership with them. But we also offer a one-time cash discount price. This is on our website. You go to Wise Guys and Ties, you're going to see this right there. We can give you 20% off one-time payment right up front for $2,997.
That's awesome.
All right? That is, if you go to Credit Suite's website, they charge you $3,500. So that's already $500 cheaper. And you're getting more. You know? I don't know. I like cheaper and I like more. Just me personally. All right? So, also when you get started with us at Wise Guys and Ties and Credit Suite team, we throw in 6 bonuses. So right off the bat, you're going to get a book. This is all the materials we're going to throw in. The 9 most devastating mistakes business owners make when financing. That could be useful. 12 credit lines and cards you can get for your business today. Right? The definitive guide to building business credit. 27 killer ways to get cash financing for your business. I got a guy I just met at Nationals. We went to Nationals a couple weeks ago. I went over just one of these ways, and in the next week, in 1 week's time, actually it took him 3 days. In 3 days, he got $6,000. Bam. Imagine what you can do when you're working with us for 6 months. Right? 6 days, you got $6,000. All right? Business credit building checklist. Here's what's great about the business credit building checklist. You can have it written out for you, but we also, with the Business Credit Builder program, we have an interactive checklist for you that you work with. But if you need one, because some of you, like my mom, are a little old school and like paper, right? So we got it on paper, Mom.
There we go. There we go.
Always
Boom.
thinking of you. And as a little bonus, we throw in FICO scores decoded, right? Anybody ever taken the class credit management with Eric Counts and the Renaud says yes. The information contained in this book. All right, it's over $300 value. How cool is that? All right, so I wanted to finish off with that story, right? You guys want to hear how the game ended, right?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay, good choice. But first, we're going to hear from CJ Wallace. Come on up here, CJ.
All right.
So tell them what happened to you when you got the business credit bill.
You know what? When I got started. Man,
Oh, who are you first?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, who am I, folks?
Are you some bum off the street? I mean, who are you?
You know what, man? Before I met you, look, I'm CJ Wallace, realtor, YouTube creator, now IT professional,
Realtor,
yada, yada, yada.
real
Yeah,
estate investor.
whatever. You know what? Now I just call myself creator. But when I met you, it was 2 weeks, and I got like $3,000 in business lines of credit. What that means is I went to the vendor credit, right, to one of those stores. Have anybody gone on Amazon.com and ordered something from off there? You got to pay first, right? Man, I went to Uline, Quill, and Granger, and you know all of those vendors, I went to go get, what I needed, legal pads or whatever it was, and it came to me without me paying first. Have you ever done that? Yeah, man, isn't that awesome? That's like the first time that ever happened to me, but 3,000 less than 2 weeks. So that's what happened.
So you invested, you got all your money back, basically.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually been a pattern, man. That's been a pattern, because first time I invested with you, got double the money back, and this time like triple or quadruple the money back.
Because people get focused on cost,
Right.
and they don't understand value in investment.
And right before I leave, man, I gotta tell you that when you're focused on the cost, you say things like, "Oh man," right? Because you look at that big number, but the number is a myth. Is what I found out, and what these people are finding out. Because Nadine, right? Nadine, he told me, listen, man, I told people about the velocity banking, my family members, it's helping them out. Their scores have jumped 100 points and different things like that. It's really something that keeps you down, that number. Because what? You're looking at it instead of looking within and knowing that you're bigger than any number that you can see. And that's what we try to propagate on YouTube and different things through this, what you all are doing. You're trying to get people to see above what they see. Right. So,
Perfect. Thank you so much, CJ. That is so awesome. In fact, we have this lady that I work with up in Tucson. Her name is Jean, and she's a little bit on the elderly side. She has a fixed income, and she found herself after her marriage was over and things like that she was in $70,000 of debt. She implemented the velocity banking that you were talking about there, CJ.
There you go.
And in 12 months, she eliminated $35,000 on a fixed income. She eliminated $35,000 debt. And at the same time, because not to be outdone, she also was working on building business credit. And she built $38,000 in the same period of time, or not same period of time, but in just about 6 months, she got 38. She's on her way to build even more than that. So could she, if she wanted to, extend a loan to her from her business to her personal self and wipe out all of the debt?
Yes.
There's so many things you can do that we can't cover tonight in terms of how do you marry velocity banking with business credit. Well, it's sort of like this is good and this is good, and when it comes together, it's all good. It's very good, right? Yes. I'm telling you, it blow your mind when you start. Some people have seen. Who here's seen velocity banking? Oh man, if you have not seen velocity banking, be here. What, next week? Should I go over velocity banking here?
Yes.
Same bat time, same bat channel. You want to do something like that? It's up to you.
Yeah.
But if you take velocity banking, right? A lot of times, here's the missing component. Someone's like, well, sounds good. Love to do it, but I don't have any credit. Oh, well, what if you got business credit and then you started doing velocity banking? That's your debt, going away, being obliterated.
We just got Corey and said, I would love to pay off my mortgage, but I need some information from you.
Beautiful. You want to know how do you get information from me? Well, very simple. Go ahead and text credit to 602-497-2257. What you'll get is the notes from tonight if you missed anything or want to review it again. Text credit to 602-497-2257. All right? Now, that game that I promised that I've been building for. When we last left the story, Boise State come from behind and just tied the game with the flea flicker. Remember, it's not the size of the fight and the dog, it's the size of the dog in the fight. So we're in overtime, and it's sudden death.
You got it backwards.
Yeah.
Right?
It's dyslexia.
What you said.
It's dyslexia.
All right.
But we
Hey,
know what you meant.
as a speaker,
Yeah.
I love to be corrected in the middle of my presentation. All right. Please, if I'm going with it and I've got energy, just cut me off right there and give me a correction on a minor detail. I need that. That'll make me better. Okay. So.
I like your humbleness. I love it.
Thank you. I, like Moses, am the most humble. So here we are. We're in overtime, and in overtime, it's like sudden death. Anybody's business feels like, wait a minute, we've come to the end of the line here. If we don't get the sale, if we don't close the deal, we're in sudden death. I've got to make it happen like yesterday, right? Okay,
Yes.
so here we are. We're in overtime, and flip the coin, and Oklahoma gets the ball first. And if you're the University of Oklahoma, and if you have Adrian Peterson in the backfield, on the first play of the game, you just hand it off to this guy, and he runs up in one play down the field and scores a touchdown. And they kick the extra point, and now they're winning. They're winning. And if you're a Boise State fan, you just feel like, oh, man. You ever get deflated, like, man, we were so close, and then, oh, man, I was going to do that sale. Oh man, I can't believe that didn't happen. A lot of times in this business, we try to share, say Renatus education, business credit opportunities, real estate opportunities with our family. We want our family to benefit. But how many times have we think, oh, I don't want to bother my family. I don't want to tell somebody about that. No. And then guess what? If you don't share this information with family and friends, somebody like me is going to, okay? All right? If you won't close the deal, I'll close the deal. Right? Might as well be you, right? You deserve it. They're your family, they're your friends. Help them, because everybody needs this. So they're in a bad situation. They're in overtime. So Boise State gets their chance, and they've got to try and score. So you only get 4 in overtime. You only get 4 tries. 4 tries to score, and you're out. Mm-hmm. Boise State gets the ball. Okay, well, if Adrian Peterson can do it, we can do it. So we hand off the ball. No yards. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, we'll take the ball, pass. Oh, that's dropped. Take the ball. Oh, we almost get sacked. Throw it out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute. That's already 3 of my opportunities, and we haven't gone anywhere. Anybody feel like I've tried this and I've tried that, and nothing's working? Come on, help me out, will you? Well, it's because you haven't tried business credit. So here's what they do. They take the ball, they throw it to the halfback. He's running down the side. Here comes the defense. They're all going to get him. And oh, it's not a run. It's actual pass. It's a halfback toss to a tight end in the end zone that nobody saw. Touchdown. 6 points. Boise State's only down by 1 point. Right? Isn't that awesome? Okay, so here's the thing. For you and YouTube.
Yes.
I went, that simulates a large crowd cheering. Woo!
They thought it was the crowd.
Right.
Awesome.
So, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. The coach of Boise State, the CEO of the company, which is you, is faced with a decision. Do we play it safe, kick the extra point, go into double overtime, right? Try and win there. Or do we play for the win? Go for a 2-point conversion, right? If you score, you win. You get to put one on one of these fat things called a championship ring. Or if you lose, that's it. Fold up shop and you're done. It's kind of scary. It's kind of risky. Let's see what the Boise State coach decided. Kill the lights. Here we are. Remember? Boise State 41, Oklahoma University 42. Boise State's going to try to get a 2-point conversion.
Boise State for the win. They hand it off to Johnson. Boise State has won the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. Can you believe it?
Awesome.
They did it.
Awesome. What you guys might not see because it happens so fast is they line up with 3 wide receivers to the right. They've been in this formation 3 times in the game, and every time it's a quick snap, and we throw it to a receiver. 2 of them block, and the other one runs in. Okay? Same formation, but this time, when the quarterback takes the ball, he's right-handed. So if I'm a right-handed quarterback, which arm do I throw it? Right. Yes. You see, you guys already know football. You don't need me. All right. So I take the ball, but I leave the ball in my left hand. I wonder what's going on here. So I snap the ball from the center. I put that ball right here, and I go, oh, I threw the ball. The running back behind me just sits there and just takes that ball and it's called the Statue of Liberty play. It's a trick play. But they set it up. They knew what they were going to do. They had the right play for the right situation. But the bottom line is, whether you're in business or you're playing college football, either one, right, it comes down to this. Are you going to play it safe with your business? Think about that for a moment. Think about all the books that have been written by the great moderns of this world. How many people have been inspired by the stories of the people who played it safe and didn't take any risk or chances? How many books are there like that? Do we read stories? Are we inspired by JFK when he says in 1961, we're going to send a man to the moon and bring him back safely within a decade? Even though we've never been to space yet. Right? We don't know how to do it.
Right.
We're inspired by taking risks, by people who put it out there. Columbus, when he sailed to find this world, it wasn't like he knew it was going to be here. I mean, he believed it, but everybody else thought he was going to fall off once he got to the edge. He had to take a risk. So in your business, are you going to play it safe, or are you going to play to win? See, we want you to play to win. And when you get started with Renatus and your education, whether you're going to be in real estate or not, you're already playing to win. When you get business credit and you get the tools that you need to succeed, you're playing to win.
Do anything.
So,
Doesn't matter.
here's what I'm going to do for you guys tonight. If you guys like the idea of getting started with the business credit builder, you saw the prices up there. Here's what I'm going to do for you. Tonight, for the Leas Deo Sierra Vista team, you guys can get in, take an additional $500 off that price. So it's over $1,000 less than what you'd get at Credit Suite. If you guys want to do that, you want to get started, you want to play to win, you're welcome to do so tonight. All right? Get back with the person who invited you. Come talk to me. Come talk to Ray the man, and we'll help you do that. But ultimately, it comes down to you in your business. You want to play to win? Play to win. You want to play it safe? Well, how many people have won playing it safe?
Nothing happens.
Like I always say, playing it safe is the most dangerous thing you could do sometimes.
Right? Play to win. God bless you, everybody. Have a good night. And I'll turn it right back over to our host, John Gill. The only thing that upsets my dad is insufficient applause. So,
I love your smile, CJ.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, everybody. That was great. You guys are awesome. And I love how this fits, with Renatus and our education system that we go through, that we learn entrepreneurship and investing, and we refine those skills in our business building. What a great fit. So we just want to thank you guys for coming out tonight, and we look forward to seeing you Tuesday. Next week, we're going to do Velocity Banking. So put that on your calendars. Wise guys in ties? Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
all right,
All right.
thanks.
Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
guys for coming out.
That's your virtual office?
absolutely.
That is?
Velocity banking next week.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yes.
I love that.
All right, so if you guys care anything about your friends, you'll have them all here.
Can you? Oh.
If you care, if you love your friends, bring them out.
So much happened.
How was that for you, Russell?
Yeah.
In my mind.
Might have.
Man, you guys are like the most wonderful crowd that anyone could ever have. So I just wanted to let you know that, as with any video that we do, this is for you. And credit with at investor.org. That's where you can contact me. I'll connect with you, and we'll even see if there's a local person in your area. Connect you with them as well. Listen, folks, we are a team, right? As Zascore USA has said, we're a team. All right. The key is building a team. We have a team, nationwide team, and we just want you to be a part of it. If right, you're serious about building wealth, building legacy wealth, building your business the right way. God bless you, and good night.